This is Ethan. Ethan just got a raise. For the first time in his life, an email from his boss did not ruin his morning. His coworkers, for the record, have never once peeked over the cubicle for anything else he has done. His salary went up by $10,000. In Ethan's mind, he had officially entered the upper class. He immediately opened Zillow. Not because he was moving. He just wanted to see which houses he still could not afford. Ethan has never once clicked contact agent, and he never will. Ethan promised himself nothing would change. He would save the extra money, invest more, and finally become financially responsible. This promise survived until lunch, because now Ethan was a man with a raise, and men with raises do not bring sandwiches from home. Apparently, they pay $18 for a bowl with 3 leaves in it. Ethan does not know what is in the bowl, only that it costs more than lunch used to cost him for a week. The salad was called fuel. The delivery fee was called convenience. And the extra tip was called, I do not want this stranger to think I am cheap. Before the raise, Ethan cooked at home. After the raise, his kitchen became a storage room for unopened protein powder. The protein powder, statistically, has a better chance of being opened by a home inspector than by Ethan. His first upgrade was food. His second upgrade was his apartment. Because his current apartment did not have enough amenities he would never use. The new building had a rooftop pool. Ethan visited it once. He took a picture, posted it, and never returned. The photo, to be fair, got 11 likes, which Ethan considers a reasonable return on investment. But every month he continued paying for the emotional memory of having access to it. His rent increased by $600. Ethan called this investing in his environment. His bank account called it something else. Ethan's bank account has filed this under emotional damage rather than a line item. Then Ethan upgraded his car. His old car worked perfectly, which was the problem. It did not look like he had received a raise. So he traded a car with no payment for a car with heated seats. Now Ethan could be financially uncomfortable at the perfect temperature. The heated seats work perfectly, which is more than can be said for Ethan's budget. Then came the subscriptions. Ethan subscribed to music, movies, workout classes, meal kits, cloud storage, and an app that reminded him to drink water. Ethan paid monthly to be told he was dehydrated. His mother had been doing that for free for 27 years. Ethan's mother has requested no royalties for this obvious lack of originality. Then he joined a premium gym. Not the normal gym. The kind with eucalyptus towels and lighting that makes everyone look employed by a skincare company. The membership cost $200 a month. Ethan went 4 times. That means each workout cost approximately 1 minor medical procedure. The calculator did not survive, and neither did Ethan's dignity. But Ethan was not wasting money. He was investing in himself. This phrase became extremely useful whenever he wanted something. New shoes, investing in confidence. Expensive coffee machine, investing in productivity. Weekend trip, investing in memories he would mostly experience through his phone. The vacation photos, notably, look identical to every other vacation photo on the internet. The raise also improved Ethan's dating life, not emotionally, financially for everyone except Ethan. Before the raise, Ethan suggested coffee. After the raise, he suggested a restaurant where the menu did not include prices. That should have been his first warning. A menu without prices, it turns out, is never good news for the person paying. The waiter described the steak as an experience. Ethan experienced the loss of $180. At this point, Ethan was making more money than ever. He was also checking his bank account with the same fear as before. The fear, Ethan notes, has remained remarkably consistent regardless of the actual balance. The only difference was that the numbers were larger. The anxiety remained available at no additional charge. Ethan's paycheck arrived every 2 weeks. Rent took the first bite, the car took the second. Then subscriptions arrived like seagulls near an unattended sandwich. The seagulls, in this case, all have recurring monthly billing cycles. By the time Ethan got to the money, there was 1 piece of lettuce left. And somehow, DoorDash was already asking about it. This is called lifestyle inflation. Your income increases. Then your spending quietly follows it into the bathroom and locks the door. It has, at this point, been living in that bathroom rent-free for years. The problem is not enjoying your money. Money is supposed to improve your life. The problem is when every raise immediately becomes another permanent monthly payment. A nicer dinner happens once. A new car payment happens every month. One is a treat. The other has your routing number. The routing number, unfortunately, remembers everything. Ethan did not feel richer because he never allowed the extra money to remain extra. Every dollar received a job before it even entered his account. $1 was assigned to rent, another to the car. Several were sent directly to an iced coffee that tasted mostly like cold milk and ambition. The coffee, Ethan admits, has never once made him feel like actual royalty. Then Ethan got another small raise. This time, he finally noticed something strange. His paycheck was bigger, but his life felt exactly as stressful. He had upgraded almost everything except his financial security. His apartment was nicer, his car was warmer, his emergency fund was still 3 minor inconveniences away from death. The emergency fund, for reference, currently covers roughly one bad Tuesday. So Ethan did something deeply uncomfortable. He looked at his bank statements, all of them. Without pretending the app was broken, he found hundreds of dollars in small upgrades, food delivery, premium subscriptions, random purchases made after midnight when his judgment had gone to sleep. Midnight Ethan, it seems, has excellent taste and zero impulse control. Apparently, Ethan had ordered a countertop ice maker at 1:14 in the morning. His refrigerator already made ice, but not, according to Midnight Ethan, the good kind. Ethan canceled subscriptions he had forgotten existed. One streaming service asked if he was sure 7 separate times. It took the breakup harder than some people do. The streaming service offered a discount, a bonus show, and one guilt trip in that order. He started cooking at home again, not every night. He was fixing his budget, not joining a survival documentary. He kept the apartment, he liked it, but he admitted the dog spa was not adding much value to his life as a man with no dog. The brush, Ethan notes, has never touched an actual dog. He also kept the gym, but he created a rule. If he skipped another month, the eucalyptus towels were no longer enough to save the relationship. Most importantly, Ethan automated part of every raise. The extra money moved into savings and investments before he could name it something like brunch budget. The barrier, Ethan admits, is doing more for his future than his willpower ever did. Now, whenever Ethan earns more, part of his lifestyle improves. And part of his future improves too. Both Ethan and future Ethan get a raise. This does not mean living like a monk. You do not have to eat beans in darkness while staring at your investment account. Nobody has ever actually enjoyed beans in the dark, no matter what the spreadsheet says. Spend money on things you genuinely care about. Just make sure every convenience does not quietly become a necessity. Because lifestyle creep rarely arrives wearing a villain costume. It looks like a nicer apartment, a better car, a tiny delivery fee. Then suddenly your raise works for Uber Eats. The monster, notably, accepts tips. The goal is not to look richer every time your income rises. The goal is to become harder to financially destroy. So the next time you get a raise, celebrate. Buy dinner, take the trip, upgrade something that actually matters. This time, Ethan actually looked at the price before ordering. Then save part of it before your lifestyle notices. Because your spending is always hiring. And unfortunately, it has your email address. Ethan now makes more money and actually keeps some of it. He still owns the countertop ice maker. Growth is a process. The ice maker, to its credit, has never once let him down. Subscribe to Wealth Files for more stories about money, investing, debt, and why your paycheck keeps disappearing before you finish reading the notification. Understanding money will not solve every problem, but it may stop you from financing a personality upgrade.